So as you can see, I am still walking to this day. There's no background image, it's just nature in its natural course. So my view on politics has changed significantly, especially when I've gotten older and especially the time that I was in the airport. It's just totally nice to have families together without this left versus right bullshit, which, by the way, it's tearing the country apart. I'll tell you that much. We did talk about a little bit in the last video, but now it's time that I talk about mine. So, first things first is that we gotta stop sending money to foreign countries that don't respect us. Especially if it's Ukraine, Israel, India, and yes, Taiwan as well, and the EU. It's gotta stop. We gotta put America first. That's the easiest part. Put America first. That's pretty simple. Foreign policy. No more foreign entanglements, which is what Washington talked about nearly 2.5 centuries ago. And I think to this day, it's gotten out of control. I mean, when was the last time there was any money to this great country? Great question. None. And sadly, the last time we seen a good leader was Reagan and Kennedy, and maybe Carter. But let's be fair, those were good leaders compared to like 40 to 50 years ago. And that was a completely different time. Even Eisenhower was aware of it. If a World War II general talked about the problems that we were having today, you know we're screwed. But then yet again, this is not being black-pilled, this is being golden-pilled and being aware and being optimistic during the chaos. That is completely different than a black pill during chaos and just losing all hope and hanging themselves. That's the real test right there. However, I'll definitely talk about it in more detail, but let's talk about the political thing right now, because there are real problems going on today. I think the real thing that we have to stop is that we have to stop political polarization. And no, we're not talking about the left versus right or center. No, we're talking about actual problems and actually working together. Yes, we may have differences, but our differences could either unite the country or tear the country apart. But right now, it's tearing itself apart. And it's almost like a Hollywood movie in real time. And I think it's time to stop that. Now, another thing that I want to address is the social aspects. Now, when it comes to the nuclear family, and especially in its current form, I do think we need to bring that back. Like, seriously. Yes, we're not going to have agreements all the time, but I think it's one of the most essential parts of a nation is how is the family doing. If the family's not doing good, then you know the nation's falling apart in real time. If that's not taken care of, you can kiss it goodbye and split up like it's the EU. And we don't want that. And now, immigration. We got to kick out illegal immigration and maybe have a merit-based one. Not the fake one that we're seeing now. I want real ones. And no, it's not gonna be crackdowns like it is right now. No, it's gonna be calculated. And it's only gonna be those that don't obey the Constitution, or at least obey civic duty. Which is another thing that I agree with Legion of Men on, is civic duty and nationalism. And doing your part, which is what John F. Kennedy was trying to do. And by the way, I like the guy because he was ahead of time. Next thing you know, he's gone. Which is sad, but at the same time, those ideas are more relevant than it's ever been before. And another thing I'd like to address is pro-life versus pro-abortion. I'll tell you one thing, abortion doesn't do anything good. Okay, sure, emergency cases, that could work, but in a lot of cases, it never works. So if we bring back the pro-life culture, it would be good. Now, when it comes to consent and marriages and building a family, I think we need to have a mix of libertarian and conservatism in there. Definitely not woke-ish liberalism. Not that one. I do think as long as the man and the woman are both adults, they can do whatever they want. Unless there's domestic abuse going on, which that is a concern, by the way. Major concern. Alimony should be eliminated as well. Pretty easy. But guess what? If the man and the woman are both adults and there's a reasonable age gap, then they can do whatever they want, depending on the state they live in. But I do think that in my eyes should be at least three or maybe less. But to be fair, it depends on what they want to do. But if there is a reasonable concern, they should hold them accountable. And that's easier than said done. But I understand that we're living in different times. And I know there are different cases and different scenarios in each country, but that's just what I believe in. And if both of them can consent, then there's nothing to stop them with. If they're both healthy, they should have a right to start a family. They have every right. Now, when it comes to marriage, we've got to get the government out. I mean, what are we doing? The main reason there are so many divorces right now is because they let women have so much power. And now look what's happening. Look at how many divorces we have. And if there are more rights for men and they actually are able to leave without any unnecessary child support, then that's a win. I think prenup agreements should be mandatory, in my opinion. And why is that? Well, one, it gives men a lot more protection, and two, there's a fair deal going on. And if it's legit, then they won't lose as much money as they would right now. And three, is that they have more time with their children, more time, and actually help them to grow up as adults one day. I think fatherhood is just missing so much in this country. And unfortunately, I hear a lot of those stories for many, many years. And then when it comes to economics and government, economically, we gotta be more free market and less to no government, state, local, and federal. And I think in my eyes, we gotta seriously stop fighting and actually support one another. Now, what else is new? I think what else is new is that it's nice to walk in nature. Addy. And have more conversations with our fellow men and women. Now, when it comes to the border and protecting our nationalism, is that there should be reasonable border security. Definitely not the one that actually kicks everyone out that is critical of a foreign country. In fact, I think there should be unlimited First and Second Amendment protections. Unless it's been abused, then there should be accountability. If for some reason people take advantage of the Constitution to burn it out, there should be accountability. And now, when it comes to recreation or drugs, I think we're going to go hybrid on this one. If it's fentanyl, then that's a problem. But if it's marijuana and TBH or whatever that is, to be honest, leave them alone. And if they abuse it over there, then that should be a concern. I do believe that personal responsibility is the way that our nation should be going, is a nation of responsibility. And if we're able to keep it and maintain it as a republic, then we won. And if it turns into a tyrannical empire like it is now, then we may have lost the plot on both ends. So, my views are far-right libertarian conservatism. Why? Because those are the only two theologies that have worked so well. And having the two combined will save a nation like this country. Now, I'm not sure about Canada and Mexico or other countries, but Argentina was the latest example, and Mexico is the latest example of putting their people first. And let's be fair, they have different ideologies, but if we can learn from those countries and actually apply it here, we're not going to have a partisan civil war going on here. I think right now is the time to invest one another, regardless if it's national or international. But if you're a politician, you shouldn't have a foreign citizenship. It should be just America. And that's pretty easy. And I do think that as citizens, despite our political differences, if we're able to continue to work together for a common cause, I think our founding fathers would be proud of us right now. But right now, we are in a very shitty situation, and if we can just stop fighting and actually come together for a common cause, then a national revival is possible. And with that in mind, that is it for my political takes. If you want to like and share and comment down below and subscribe to the Alex Banister channel, it would be highly appreciated. And with that in mind, take the golden pill. The revolution is now. I'll see y'all in the next video. We're counting on you.
If you enjoy videos like this, and you're actually interested in videos like this one that just happened recently, do me a favor, like and share and comment down below and subscribe to this channel right here and right now. With that in mind, I'll see you in the next video, Innovator.